I'm sure you've heard the idea that we attract what we are. The assumption there is that if you are living in the light, darkness won't come for you. But that is not my experience. When you are light and you follow Jesus, you can know for sure that darkness will come. In this story, I had two encounters. One being met me with curiosity and playfulness, while another group came to trap me. This is a story about spiritual warfare and how knowing your identity protects you from that darkness. Welcome to Spirit Stories, Conversations with the Unseen. I'm Dr. Jen Basir. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The unseen world is an astonishing, glorious, beautiful place. The beings there have stories to tell of Jesus, eternity, and the laws that govern all things. I gather these stories to share them with you. 3:18 p.m., Saturday, May 9th, Forest Park Nature Preserve in Peoria, Illinois. My husband sits on the wooden bench off to the side of the path, while I stand facing the forest in front of me. I've come to visit with the spirit world here and see what story it has to tell. Normally, I see the guardian of a space first. But today, I never encounter a guardian. Instead, I see a very large human hiding behind a tree about 50 feet in front of me. He's probably 25 or 30 feet tall. He doesn't speak, and he's hiding behind the tree because he's shy. He's quite broad, and he peeks out from behind the tree to steal a glance at me and then tries to hide again. Even though he's in human form, his shape is a little less defined, probably as I come to learn because he's just a child. And he kind of has this light blue color to him. I tell him that I won't hurt him. I'm just here to gather, and I'm happy to chat. It only takes him 2 steps to cover the distance between us, and he is suddenly right in front of me. I can tell that he's curious. I myself like to touch things when I'm out in the woods, and I can tell that he wants to do the same. So I tell him it's okay. Gently, he extends his finger and touches my head to see what I feel like. I kind of chuckle as I say, well, we're both human. We're really not that different. He plops down in a cross-legged position, picks me up, and puts me on his lap, and I'm surprised at what I feel. I instantly soften and then relax. He is very soft, like a nice fluffy pillow. I lean against him and imagine this would be the perfect place to rest. But suddenly I pop up into the air and land on the ground. My new friend has disappeared. He has popped himself as well. As he pops, he becomes dozens of what seem to be big blue droplets of water, and each droplet sparkles with white light. He disappears in this manner, and he is gone. I'm not hurt, but I stand up and look around, and to my right, I see a small cavalry of men who are coming up, fierce-looking in armor. There's only 2 rows of 4 of them. They are Japanese warriors dressed in red and black. Samurai of some kind. The black top and pants that they wear are cloth, which is tighter at the wrist and at the ankles. Over the cloth, they are wearing a red tunic that comes to mid-thigh, and they're carrying staffs. On their heads sit black triangular hats, low profile, that make it difficult to see their eyes. When I got home later, I had to look these things up because I am not an expert and even a novice in the history of war. So I might not say this properly, but the hats are a specific type of jingasa. I think they were ichimonji gasa, and a jingasa is a lightweight military hat. So these military men come to a stop, and we stand facing each other. From the back of this group comes a man on a horse, dressed just as the others are. He's carrying a big rectangular flag on a staff that someone would carry who's indicating their kingdom that they're from. He rides up and stops his horse in front of me. Given the nature of their appearance, I was anticipating an attack, but he dismounts off the horse and pauses for a minute. He comes up just a few feet in front of me, takes his hat off, and takes a half knee and bows. And I'm thinking, there should be nobody bowing to me. I extend my hand and just say, "Arise, who are you? I am not one to be bowed for." As he stands up, he has a small knife that's on one end of a short wooden handle. Again, I think it's called a rochin, which would usually be accompanied by a tinbei, a shield, but I don't see a shield. I just see the knife. Moving very distinctly and very intentionally, he stomps forward on his right foot and jabs the knife as if to stab me in the stomach. I simply step aside because the movement is so obvious and slow. He steps back with that right foot and puts the knife back. He's very machine-like in his movements. We are here to gather as well, and you are infringing upon our space. Are you guardians? No, we are here to gather. Who or what are you here to gather? You. Next, he throws a rope trap around me over my head. It somehow ends up under my feet, and so I simply shrink myself, and I come out of one of the squares at the bottom and back up to stand on the ground. I take this trap, I wrap it around him and trap him in it, and I say, I am not here to be gathered. I am here to gather stories. You are now part of the story that I have gathered, and I gather these stories to share them so that all people may know the truth of all things. Apparently, it seems that your truth is that you want to prevent people from knowing truth, because it would seem to me that you are here to attack and destroy. I set him down and take him out, and then I put him up on his horse. I give him his trap back, but he tries to trap me again, so I just keep it for myself. I direct his horse and turn his horse around. I give him a smack on his backside, and the horse and the rest of the cavalry leaves. This large 30-foot-tall boy, who I encountered before, reappears at my side. That was close, he whispers. How did you know what to do to defend yourself and to escape? I don't know, actually. I assume it is from my years of experience having fought in the spiritual realm. Wait, he says as he steps back from me. You're not in the spiritual realm? No, I'm actually in human form upon the earth right now, and I come into the spirit realm to gather stories and share them with people so they know the truth and learn of Jesus. Wow, I didn't realize that it worked that way. Yes, I am a gatherer. I don't know how many more there are. I'm sure there are more, I just don't know how many, and I don't think there are a lot. That's an amazing gift, but you'd better be careful. Be wise in what you gather and where you go and what you do. Thank you for your concerns, I tell my new friend. Are you a guardian? Oh no, he chuckles. I am simply here to play. Oh, you must be with your family then somewhere, I say. Yes, they are all around here too, he says. Up on the hill, not too far in the distance, I see a much bigger version of him, I assume his father, looking very angry. He reaches out, grabs the boy, pulls him back, and they disappear. We may attract those like us who are similarly light and bright, but when darkness comes, it comes to attack or to destroy. It's not about beings who are like us, because one being saw me as a threat, while the other was curious about me. They had different intentions. That large spirit was simply there to play, and he was curious and unafraid, so I was not a threat to him. The warriors were there to gather me. They were scary looking. And their intent, since it was to gather me, they saw me as a threat. Our purpose, or our intent, determines what we see and how we see others. So what is your purpose right now? And what lens is it giving you? This ties directly into your identity. When I go into the spirit world, in the spirit realm, to gather these stories, I know who I am and I know what my purpose is. Identity gives us purpose and strength. Our purpose comes from who we are. The most important identity we have is that we are children of God, made in His image and for a purpose. Our challenge and our opportunity is to remember and live that identity while we are here on earth. Then, when the darkness does come, we realize that we haven't attracted it. There's nothing that we need to change or heal or fix, assuming that we are living in the light. It's simply there because it finds the light threatening and it wants to destroy. Jesus, of course, was the perfect example of this, as he was and is for all things. He always knew who he was, and he wasn't threatened by the things or the people that sought to destroy him. He even asked his Father to forgive those who crucified him because they knew not what they were doing. I've had this experience with other beings in the spirit realm that I have helped to gather to bring under to Jesus and to bring to more light. There are some of them that want to attack me, and they do attack me, even though I'm trying to help them, because they don't know any better. And this is generally the case with darkness. It doesn't know any better. When we do something that hurts others, we're not doing it intentionally. We are just in darkness and we don't know better. As you go through your days, remember who you are. Stand fast in your true identity as a child of God, and let that be your power. That gives you the protection and the strength that you need for all that you will encounter.